For those who don't know me, my name is Kate Sorensen. I am Ronnie's proud math teacher. I wanted to introduce Ronnie with a really interesting fact that I think he might know, but maybe not. At the very beginning of the year, almost the entire school took a numeracy exam, multiplication, addition, subtraction, division, and it was timed. And Ronnie not only scored the best in his class, but actually in the entire school district. And so that is something to be incredibly proud of, that he is naturally very, very good at math. And so throughout this entire year, he has actually accumulated 25 college math credits with me. And during that time, I have learned that he is a phenomenal math student. I will go through all the tests, I will take his out, and I usually use that as an answer key. That's how good he is at math. But he's not just a good math student, he is kind, he is polite, and he is one of the most respectful humans I've ever met. So thank you for creating a wonderful kid. So it is my honor to introduce Ronnie Sanchez to you.
Thank you everyone for coming to my senior presentation. Today I'm going to be sharing how I express pride, passion, and grit throughout my high school career. So first, I want to talk about my extracurricular activities. Some of my favorite two are gotta be soccer and football. Soccer I've been playing for most of my life, since kindergarten I think. I remember I've been playing AAU, and it's been so fun for me being able to grow up with my friends and play with them alongside on varsity, and be able to, you know, take all of those moments and be able to look back and be like, I'm glad that I was able to have that with them. With football, I didn't start playing football till my junior year, but I'm glad I joined because it was Mr. Hansen. He's a great coach, great person, great personality. I love how he just makes jokes in the middle of practice, and we all can laugh and have fun, but also at the same time, you know, be serious and get ready. And I also did take basketball 3 out of my 4 years, and I did wrestling one year. For my leadership roles, I want to start off by talking about being mini mentors. Mini mentors is a program that just started this year by Ms. Sorensen, and basically we walk across the street and we go to certain 4th and 5th grade classes, and we go do activities with the kids. We go out and play during recess. We make arts and crafts, or we just, you know, fill out a worksheet with them. Something fun that makes them always be happy to see us, because I remember when I was young, I'd always be happy to see all the older kids coming in, and just being able to give that back is a great opportunity for me. For soccer, I've been playing for all my life, so being a chance to be a captain on varsity was a big role for me, being able to guide my teammates not only in practice but also in games. And when I was young, I remember taking bits and pieces from all the older players and trying to implement it into my game. And I feel like now it's the opposite. I'm trying to teach as much as I can before I leave, so that they can have the most knowledge while they're still here too. And being drum major is very important to me, because I've been in the band program for a lot of years, since 6th grade, and being able to finally lead our band in the parade and be able to lead my section too on the trumpet, and be able to just help overall my classmates whenever I can. It's been a great time for me, and I wouldn't trade anything for it. So my community contributions, I've done quite a bit of community service here at Manson, but my favorite ones, I'd say, are the Haunted Manson Hayride, where during my freshman year, we dressed up and all of the zombies, and this tractor route took people around in apple bins, and we would be in predetermined spots and pop out and scare them, you know, and make them all scream, and it'd be very fun. I think we actually maybe broke some stuff though, so little pocket. Next, Haunted Manson Zombie Run is when we went to downtown and we went across to all the businesses in Manson, and we went and took pictures and scared people, and at the end of it we had this zombie run. It was more of a fast walk, I'd say, but the prize was $100, so everyone took it seriously, so it was pretty fun. And for my networking interview this year, I got the chance to take an interview with Cody Anderson, who works at Wells Dam, and be able to ask him questions regarding my future like what classes should I take, what should I avoid, which path should I take. Just being able to get as much information from him as possible, and that was a great opportunity for me to be able to do that. Next, some of my education and academics. So here are some of my my favorite classes that I've taken this year. One of my first ones that I want to start off with is CW Math 130. The reason it's one of my favorites is because it's statistics and probability, which means it has to do with gambling. So we were doing this gambling unit where we made our own little casino and we made our games and project, and we would have to pick our probabilities and the payouts and all this, and it was fun to be able to integrate math with also a little bit of like a real world scenario. Next, public speaking. Public speaking is an essential skill I feel like everyone should have. Being able to just talk in front of a room of people, no matter how big or how small. It's very important, so I feel like it was one of my favorite classes, being able to work on my speech and being able to work on my writing too. And also there's Mr. Fournier. He's a silly guy, he's a great character, cracking jokes all the time, having fun stories to tell about his past. And then high school PE with Wiggum, I've always loved PE, being able to run around or go up in the weight room and lift, and just have a fun time, do yoga, and Miss Wiggum just makes it that much better because, she's my mentor, so I'm that much more connected to her, and it makes the class overall a great time. Next, for my gratitude, I want to start off by thanking Miss Wiggum. She's not here today, she's actually at track regional with me, but she's been my mentor since freshman year. She knows whenever I'm down, whenever I'm sad, she knows how to bring me up. She always tries to do her best to make sure that I'm feeling well, and also, whenever I see her a little cranky, I try to throw a few jokes in there and make her laugh. So she's been so helpful in, helping with scholarships and just everything in the last few months. I just want to say thank you to her. Ms. Sorensen, I know you just started teaching me this year, but you are my favorite math teacher without a doubt. You have a great way of capturing the way math and I guess your personality fits. You can go up there and be serious, have us lock in, do our math, but at the same time you can crack a few jokes, you can make it entertaining for us, and it's always a fun time to be in your class. Say thank you. You can always help. You're always there to help me whenever I need help. If I have any questions, I can come to you, and for this last few months, you've been the best you can ever be for me. Lastly, for Mr. Brown, I've known Mr. Brown for a long time. He's been there, my ups and downs through every band class, and he's taught me so much. Always being positive, always, making sure that you're always nice to other people, or he's a great guy. He's the happiest guy in the school all the time. I don't know how he does it, but he just is. And I want to credit most of my success in music to Mr. Brown, because he taught me to play multiple instruments. He's been patient with me. We even had like one-on-one classes in COVID, and he just helped me so much throughout my high school career. I say thank you, Mr. Brown. For my pathway preparations, some of the classes that I took that to help me for my future, CW Math 101. I took CW Math 101 because unlike most other math classes, I feel like it actually teaches you real world, like important math. Because most times we're asking ourselves in our math classes, why am I learning this? What's the point? Where am I going to use this? But with CW Math 101, it teaches you actual math situations in real life, like having to take some money out from your check and deposit it into your savings or your social security, or how to invest into the stock market. Simple math that you use in everyday situations, and it's really helpful class. CBU Pre-Calc, I originally wasn't planning on taking Pre-Calc, I'm gonna be honest. I was just like, it's optional, I don't have to take it, I'll just skip it, but I'm glad I did. I got to meet Ms. Sorensen, a great teacher, and I also got to learn a lot of new math that I think is very helpful for me in the career path that I'm going into, and I'm so glad that I was able to make the right choice. For EW public speaking, I want to say public speaking is, like I said, really important, and without taking that class, I don't think I'd be able to be up here talking to everyone right now. I tend to stutter a lot, but I've gotten good enough at, public speaking where I can present, and most presentations I do well. And it's also just taught me how to communicate better with just strangers that you don't tend to talk to every day. And then for Eugene shop, I feel like I like to work with my hands. It's taught me how to weld, all sorts of welding. My favorite being TIG, which you can see in the picture. And I just think it taught me how to work as a team. It's so many important skills, how to work with my hands with certain tools and objects, and it's an important part of who I am and what I want to do later in life. Next, my family. On the right here, you got my youngest sister Bianca, my oldest Cynthia, my middle sister here, Ruby or Monica. Israel here is a little older now, and over here we have my dad, my mom, and my sister's dog. I want to start off by saying thank you to my sisters. They've helped me so much grow up, raise me, especially my sister Monica. She's I've always been with her all the time. She would take me to the park when I was younger. She'd always buy me candy and food and all that stuff. She's so important to me in my life, and I don't think I'd be where I am right now without her. For my mom, gracias ma por hacer todo lo que puede hacer por nosotros. Sé que era difícil cuando perdí el trabajo, pero todavía así es una manera para poder agarrar dinero por nosotros y ayudarnos y poder traer comida y comprarme las cosas que yo quiero. Gracias por siempre estar ahí conmigo, ayudarme en todo lo que puedo. Mi papá, gracias, me ha enseñado todo lo que he aprendido. Me enseñas cómo manejar, cómo plantar, cómo trabajar, cómo hacer todo. No sé qué haría sin ti, sé que eres orgulloso de mí, pero no lo digo tanto, que te amo mucho y no sería aquí sin ti. Gracias. My next steps are to attend Washington State University and major in mechanical engineering. Go Cougs. Thank you for coming to my senior presentation.